This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com. The sun is out. It's early. I had a long weekend. Some daily wrestling news for you on this Monday. Jake Paul defeated Tyron Woodley last night in Cleveland, Ohio, in a boxing match. So, very good for Jake Paul. Of course, Logan Paul appeared on Raw last week and did one of the best ratings they've done all year. These two brothers are extremely popular. They work very hard, and I wish them continued success. Nice to hear the boos. It's funny when anyone gets booed these days, they act like it's a bad thing. Wrestling is supposed to be about heat. Not everyone's supposed to be friends like Drew McIntyre wants it. Apparently, the three judges scored it 77-75 Paul, 77-75 Woodley, and 78-74 Paul. In the post-fight interviews, Woodley requested for a rematch. Paul said if he got a, quote, "I love Jake Paul," end quote, tattoo, they would do it again. So we'll see. The payday, I imagine, would be huge for that. In other news, Trevor Murdoch won the NWA World Championship. Thank God they finally put an end to Nick Aldis's run. Ric Flair was there. It was time for a change. A change was overdue. Now I can maybe not hate Nick Aldis so much because making himself the champion for so long. I can't even remember when the last, when mainstream wrestling fans knew about him wrestling in a big match last, it was against Cody Rhodes. So it's been forever. By the way, I did post a Cody Rhodes match the other day from Qatar Pro Wrestling. I am going to be interviewing the guy that runs Qatar Pro Wrestling on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. And they're letting me post some of their matches on this channel. So thank you very much. There's some interesting footage. They got some pretty big crowds, use some pretty big names. Ed Asner, who younger fans will not know, he was 91. But in the original Wrestler movie with Vern Gagne, which I did review on this channel, I've seen it a bunch of times. It's all right. But if you're a younger fan, you're not going to like it. But it is interesting because it was around the time, probably just after Ric Flair did the tryout or the training camp in the AWA, and you see a lot of the same people that Flair trained with in the training scene of The Wrestler. And there's a lot of wrestling stars that make cameos in it. But again, younger fans, I wouldn't recommend it. But if you were at all an AWA fan, you're going to like it. So 91's a great age. He was also a popular actor. Jeff Hoover. I don't know if this is the same Jeff Hoover that helped us out in not Napanee, but Kingston over the weekend. Maybe we'll be back in Napanee in the not so distant future. But thank you, Jeff, for the great work. We had some obstacles to overcome. We ended up doing 2 events this weekend. We put one of them on with less than a week's notice. There's a new Great North Wrestling Women's Champion of Canada, Nova. Renee Dupree had a couple of matches, and he decided at one point to attack the Blood Hunter from behind with the chair, try and weaken him before their Texas Heavyweight Championship match. But it didn't work out so well for him. That match will be aired by Pro Wrestling Noah, as will all of Rene Dupree's matches from that event. I don't know if they're going to air the Mike Bailey versus Jeremy Prophet Canadian Championship match or not, or the mixed tag match they had with Bailey and Christera against Jessica Black and Jeremy Prophet. But we'll see what they say when they see it. There were some great matches. There's Nova before her match with Alicia Atout, who did a great job as one of the co-hosts, with Bill Welichka, who unfortunately got injured on the event at the hands of the Blood Hunter. Nova ended up defeating Shiloh, who won a match earlier in the night for that Great North Wrestling Women's Championship of Canada. The Blood Hunter ended up having a bit of a feeding during his double title match. It was a Great North Wrestling title and Texas title, and it looks like Blaze may have had a little bit of a feeding in the match too. And of course, she will be with him in Wichita, Kansas, October the 3rd for World Class Pro Wrestling when he takes on the Sandman. And we definitely saw Blaze is willing to put her body on the line when she got involved in the Blood Hunters. I don't even know if you would call it a match. It was just total destruction this past weekend in Kingston.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates. Support us on patreon.com for $1.99 a month to watch our full shoot interviews ad-free